Up, gang. Far be it from Zippo to not post requested videos. I try to post every requested video that comes out. Wind's not too bad today, but the requested video was one that I guess is a little bit overdue because it's been a while. And you'll have to pardon because they're dirty, but I brought the kids out. Now you might say, well, where's Mini Lord? Where's the old B10? They're still here. They're being punished back behind the shop. Got to replace BGB bevel gearbox in the old B10, and I still haven't made it 30 minutes away to Winchester to pick up the motor for it, but it's not been a top priority. But we'll take a walk back there and take a look at those two poor kids here in just a minute. And then of course we have the one that just sits out front as a little bit of a display piece. It's another 64 Landlord. It belongs to Pup, my brother's boy, and I just talked to his mom Sunday, and she said, no hurry, there's no room in the garage for it. So that's the one that's got the crack frame. So where are we at? You guys wanted to see him. Here we go. We got engine 44 in all of her glory. For those of you who are relatively new to the channel, the story behind engine 44 was very, very, very thoughtful by my brother Brian Osengay, who built it for me as a rolling chassis. I had to finish it up. It was just all the painted surfaces in the frame and whatnot, and I finished it up with the seat and the grill, and in fact the whole grill frame, engine, the whole 9 yards. It's got a rebuilt 23D9 horse in it. There is a 16 horse that will be going in. As you can see here, Delaware County Communications E911, EMS 911, and then down here it says engine 44, and there are 4 engines out there. There's an engine 16, engine 44, engine 22, and engine, isn't that horrible, engine 20 what? Or is it engine 36? It's right in the middle of engine 44 and engine 16, and that one is yet to be finished. But the story behind it was my mother passed away, and my brother Brian made this for me in memory of my mother. So I bought the decal set, did all the decals, the seat, all the little extra doodads, right hand lift, of course my signature stacks, headlights, headlight bar, rear light, sleeve hitch, of course my big fat tires. Got to have those with the recessed hubcaps. I'm going to try to keep this short, but the kit came from Click It and Stick It, and Corey and Nate are just great. I mean, they even go so far as to come with the manufacturer patent tags, which originally resided right there. And how well you can see that. And the only thing that these do not have are the serial numbers in them. Here's what an original Simplicity one looks like. This one's 009264 for the serial number. But this is the old Landlord. Everybody thinks it's restored. It is not restored. This is a 100% all original 64 Simplicity Landlord. All original paint, except for these 2 pieces of the grill and these 2 decals. That's it. The chrome headlight bar appears to be a stock headlight bar, and I know I'm repeating myself to some of you guys who have been around for a long time. This is more for the new guys. Of course, I've got a right hand lift. And we've got my badge on this one. We've also got a badge over here on the Squire on engine 44. But right hand lift on this one. This is the right hand lift that was actually given to Dan to remanufacture, to make reproductions of. So this one went to him, and then this was the remanufactured one, with the exception of this piece not being chromed. You really have a hard time telling which one's factory and which one's not. He did a very, very good job. Very good job. I come over here to Trader, and last thing that was done to Trader was kind of turned into a gasser, flipped the axle back over and put the small skinnies on front. And of course the LED lights in front I put on. Kind of gives it a look of evil. Somebody said I needed to cover them red. I may look to try to find some of that translucent red paint, just paint over them red. Looks like that one might be slipping out a little bit. Nope, it's good. Of course I painted this part of the shroud. I'm going to paint the other two lower shields. And this may be reminiscent to some of you of the old hot rod days when our valve covers were held down by those on our small block Chevys. I did replace the steering wheel, put a smaller drag type steering wheel on it. Again, with the big fat wide tires, big fat wide rims. This was the combination everybody voted to have on there, which was the trim rings and the hubcaps, recessed hubcaps. And I agree with them. I like that. Let's we'll go ahead and fire off Trader for you guys here real quick. Purrs like a kitten. My good friend Scott took care of making the decals for me. They're intentionally dirty looking because Trader is a rat rod. And no, none of that exposed steel is going to rust because there are 5 coats of satin clear over top of all of that. Getting a good look at the back of the 3 of them. Those are the guys with the big fat tires. Those are 2612 12s. These are 2413 12s and 2413 12s, I believe. Yeah, 2413 12s on both of them. Same tire, made by Carlisle. Ugly Alice. Ugly Alice just got finished mowing over there inside the fence. And my seat's falling apart already. But Ugly Alice is one of my workhorses. Works hard. It's got a 16 horse Briggs in it. In fact, it's the same Briggs that was in it when I got the tractor, and I don't remember now how long ago that's been. I know that it's over 9 years ago that I got Ugly Alice, and it has just been a pillar of reliability, with the exception of I did go through over the course of time, and every time I would get a tractor that was not able to be put back into service, I took the best parts off of those and put them on Ugly Alice. So best front axle, best bevel gearbox, best transmission, best steering gears. This got the 2-piece steering gears. And Ugly Alice has got a whole lot of character. Again, thank you to Scott for the decals for the side. Some of the decals on top were sent to me by a fan. Also, a lot of the parts on, and at last count, it was a little over 55 people have sent me something for Ugly Alice, to put on Ugly Alice. And it has been a labor of love. I've got, that figures, I have Harley rear turn signal lights hooked up here, and marker lights up front, so that when we come over here to the switch and turn them on, Oh, there we go. One or the other is going to work, but not. There we go. Now we got both of them. And the caps that go over these bulbs have fallen down. You can see them right there. So they act like those little googly eyeballs that you see on dolls and stuff like that. You need to pull those bulbs out and put them back in. Then the backlights. I don't know how well you can see them. Hopefully well enough. Then we come over to the old Squire. The old Squire has been around for almost as long as Ugly Alice. 8 years? A little better than 8 years? No. Yeah, no, 9 years. That means I've had Ugly Alice for 10. Then we get to the hoss. This is the only tractor I have ever restored. Ever. Believe it or not. All the tractors I've had, I have never restored one, with the exception of this one. And the paint is held up well, except for where it's gotten some oopses here and there. And I was actually talked into restoring this 3212V by my brother Chris. I had it completely tore down because I had to replace the hydro lines. And he said, well, you've got it that far apart, you may as well just go ahead and restore it. So I did. And of course I painted it pumpkin orange, which was the magic soy-based enamel for Alice Chalmers. It is Alice Chalmers orange, but it's not quite right. It should be a little more burnt orange, like Chevy engine orange. And for those of you that want to know what the correct color is, Duplicolor DE1607. There's also a Duplicolor DE1620. The 1620 is not correct. The DE1607 is, and it is Chevy engine enamel, and it is some tough stuff. Very tough stuff. So you guys got to walk around the front or the back. Got to walk around the front. A lot of these emblems have been sent to me by YouTube fans. The hood was sent to me by Eric Heckers. Oh Lord, 8-9 years ago. Back when shipping was cheap, Eric sent that to me. And it's been at home on the tractor, except for one short stint when I put a good B10 hood on there, and everybody said, no, you need to go back to the one with all the stickers. So we did. And the side covers over here, if I wipe the dust off, you guys can see how nice those are. These are actually stainless steel. This is a prototype set that Dan made. And Dan, the one that made the right-hand lifts, he made those, wanted me to polish them, so I polished one of them for him, told him how long it was going to take, and he decided to abandon that just because of the length of time that it took to polish them once they were manufactured. But they shine up pretty nice. I got my bullets up here. And then Sandra was always worried about me losing my musical note. Sweetheart, I am not going to lose that musical note. Don't you worry one little bit. And I've still got Ricky's guitar pick hanging out right there. And I see it every time I use Ugly Alice. Right there. So, as you can see, and then another brother. Now, people that I've gotten to know very, very well, I call brother. So, and I know that I'm up to about 15 minutes here. Just bear with me. He sent me it's Heliarch on YouTube, sent me another Mac Dog. And I'll have to find a place to put that on Ugly Alice so that I'll have two. Maybe one coming, one going, one on the back. So there you go, guys. There it is. There is the fleet as it sits, with the exception of the Poulin Pro. It sits out in the garage. That's my primary mower. Of course, Craftsman GT5000 is still sitting here waiting for me to locate an engine. I'm not in need of the B10. You're welcome. Thank you. Neighbor, I sharpened blades for her today. Where was I? Lost my train of thought. Totally lost my train of thought. That happens often. But anyway, this is probably about the first time you guys seen me in sunglasses. I wear my sunglasses during the daytime. Anyway, I guess that ought to wrap it up. You guys want to hear everything running at the same time? Let's do that real quick as a finale to end this video. Let's start up the old Squire first. Now let's get the old Landlord going. Get Trader going. You guys already heard that start once. Get Ugly Alice fired up. Get the old Squire fired up. And we'll get the Hoss fired up. There you go. Everything's a running. Okay guys, I'm going to let him sit there and putt along for a little bit, and I told you I'd show you where the B10 and Mini Lord is sitting. Poor forlorn kids. Here is the B10 with its B12 seat and bad bevel gearbox. And gas tanks, you've got to protect those gas tanks. Now this one still runs fine and it'll still drive. It's just got a shot input shaft on the bevel gearbox. The bearing's gone. So, and then here we have the correct engine sitting there, but it is a blown engine. But it's just about ready to go together. Certainly needs a bath. It's got the high-low. And you guys have just sat and watched almost 18 minutes of Zippo babbling along. I'll get the Mini Lord decal in. Got to get the Mini Lord decal in. And the reason for Mini Lord is the bird crap on the seat. Black dash, orange tractor, looks a lot like the 64 Landlord, and this is a 64 Broadmoor. So there you have it, and here's my trailer of shame. A lot of extra parts sitting around. There's enough parts here to put together, oh, let's see, a lot of stuff. Anyway, that's enough of that. This is your friendly neighborhood Zippo. I'll see you guys on the next one. Later. I'm out. And on the tail end, I've got to show Mr. Dougals. It's up. It's safe. So, let me find some wood. Cardboard's wood, right? As long as I don't have a fire, it'll be fine. Please smash that like button if you enjoyed this video, and any video that you watch of mine, if you like it, smash the like button. Thanks guys. See ya. Oh, I can't find the button. There it is. Later.